Hello everyone. The title of today's talk is very beautifully titled Confronting the Emptiness of Reality. Confronting the emptiness of the void. And so Mr. Within will begin by saying the void is nothing to avoid and nothing you can avoid. You cannot acknowledge your life being so full and also not see it be empty. There is a temporal, happening here. That means there is change. That means as beautifully as how life has composed the symphony of your daily existence, as beautifully life will also decompose. Life will, compose the greatest symphony of decomposition to some degree. That means as beautifully as you have seen the building blocks be put up, as beautifully as you have seen yourself stand, you will also as beautifully see yourself descend. That means the pilot of consciousness, guys, remember, a pilot is navigating through many elevations. That means it's as if, like, mainly for the human experience, for the 30 years where the pilot is navigating, it's going to some degree, how would I communicate it? The flight, there's a liftoff, and so your whole life you're appreciating your composition, and then when you get to your destination, then you begin to after you have ascended, you begin descending, and as you begin descending, you go into, how would I say it, as profound as an ascension process, a descension process, but not a descension process that you're going down into a hierarchy. You are just stepping out of your ideology, just like how you would take your jacket off after work. So many people, let's say those Mahasamadhi experts and enthusiasts, they will begin to recognize that Mahasamadhi is one of those things where the being is leaving the body, but it doesn't just mean a physical body. It means a body of thought. The being is leaving beyond the realm that is chained to needing to be here in a certain way. The void is how the beauty of the empty moments of your life give you the clarity of how it can be full. So the pilot of consciousness has flown into a conscious design and then begins to fly out of that conscious design in the sense that the consciousness really became individual, and then after some time it chose to, how it got rid of that individuality was through a simultaneous spreading. How would I say it? Like, it's as if when a drop falls into the ocean, the drop is simultaneously opening up everywhere. It's like it's being embraced by all realities of creation. So, to take this much deeper, we see Meister Eckhart said this quote that the same eyes that I see God are the same eyes that God sees me. So what that means is the object of observance, which is leading to the subject of observance, and the observer are simultaneously not present in a location, but present in being. Do you know? That means there's a type of existential presence that there's location, that it has longitudes and latitudes, but there's a type that doesn't. And so abstraction cannot be measured by solid rulers. Mr. Within finds the advanced communicator, the pilot of consciousness, requires to handle reality as gracefully as how a bird can any moment fly off the branch. You see, you're not bound and chained by the knowledge or by what you know. You are experientially observing it. So it's like prior to needing to let go, you were never touching it. For Mr. Within, at first, when I was younger, I felt this was not, I felt it was a disadvantage. But later on, years later, I realized it was a blessing. And so those human beings on this planet who are trying to be saved will be found in how their mind shall save the idea of their body by remembering consciousness through all experience in the moment. Space and time is not a box. So if you try to box up reality in chunks, you are going to find an incongruency, because there are many senses of time trying to transcend their story. At times when I recognize what is the ambition and effort of this human phenomena to continue, I see even the survival of the fittest is fueled by, or let us use better terms, is inspired by the clarity of vision. That means prior to surviving in competition and trying to be the most loudest growling tiger on the mountaintop, you're going to simply recognize that the duality will fade out of distinction. You can look at yourself in the mirror, and just like how you're not your reflection, you will see that perhaps that many years ago that Zen master Chang Tzu dreamed he was a butterfly. There was some significance to him wondering whether he was a butterfly dreaming he's a Zen master, or he's a Zen master dreaming he's a butterfly. So consciousness has no reason, because it is the attention to reason. It is the awareness to reason. It is prior to how language is being worn, and so the next time you're at a party, pay attention to the lingo, pay attention to the language of creation, because that is the clearest manner to break and transcend the limiting beliefs that we are conditioned into. Self-inquiry means you ask what no one else can ask from you, from yourself. And from that momentum, you fall into a natural, sincere wonder where the explorer knows where to go, prior to there being any road. I hope this talk has served you. Much blessings and namaste.